3 seconds. That is your total window. In that brief 3-second interval, she has already decided if you are invisible or, indeed, interesting. And what is about to shock you is this: it is completely unrelated to your face, your height, or your physique. Your clothes, your timepiece, or your hairstyle have nothing to do with it. You might possess the looks of a movie star and still utterly fail this evaluation. Conversely, you could have an average appearance and yet sail through it without effort. Right now, men are focusing intently on their gym routine, their skincare, and their wardrobe, mistakenly believing this is the key to getting noticed. All the while, they are entirely overlooking the single most crucial factor that women register in those initial 3 seconds, which dictates their entire perception of you. Today, I'm going to precisely dissect what women notice first, explain why this factor outweighs all others, and show you how to ensure you are broadcasting the correct signal. Every single time you enter a space, listen closely. This insight will revolutionize everything: your presence and energy. The truth, which is difficult for most to accept because it cannot be purchased or simulated, is this: what women pick up on in the first 3 seconds is your presence, your energy, the very way you occupy a space. It is the silent signal you are transmitting about your inner self, even before a single word leaves your mouth. Because this sounds abstract, let me clarify it with concrete examples. When your feet cross the threshold of a room, you are either inhabiting that space with confidence, or you are subtly apologizing for your existence. You are either centered and grounded, or you are anxious and subtly pleading for approval. You are either secure in your own skin, or you are desperately trying to manage how others view you. Women detect this immediately. It is not a conscious thought process. They aren't deliberately analyzing your aura. It's a primal, gut-level assessment that occurs in mere milliseconds. Their nervous system is instinctively monitoring yours, receiving instant data about who you are. Consider what energy truly means in this scenario. It is the manner in which you navigate your environment. It's whether your movements are hesitant or confident, whether you avoid eye contact or hold it naturally, whether your body posture is closed or open, and whether you appear on edge or at ease. It's the overall vibe you emit before you've exchanged a word. Are you tense or relaxed? Are you in your head or fully present? Are you anxious or calm? All this information is communicated via micro-signals that humans are intrinsically programmed to notice. Why this outweighs physical appearance? Here's the reason this matters more than your looks. Physical attractiveness is highly subjective, varying dramatically from person to person. But energy is universally felt. Present, grounded, confident energy is magnetic to everyone. Needy, approval-seeking, anxious energy is a repellent to everyone. You have witnessed this dynamic. Picture the man who walks into a gathering, immediately scanning the room for who is watching him, nervously adjusting his attire, and checking his phone. His energy shouts insecurity. Contrast him with the man who enters, pauses for a moment, surveys the environment calmly, and moves through the crowd as if he inherently belongs there. Same location, fundamentally distinct energy. Women are looking for this because, at a primal level, energy indicates survival capability. Confident energy suggests emotional stability, capability, and status. Anxious energy hints at emotional volatility, low status, and weakness. These evaluations take place beneath conscious thought, as they are part of our evolutionary wiring. The main mistake most men make: they equate projecting powerful energy with being dominant, aggressive, or loud. Incorrect. Powerful energy is actually calm. It is a relaxed form of power. It is being utterly self-assured in any setting and completely comfortable with yourself. The man with genuine presence doesn't need to announce his arrival. He doesn't need to prove his worth or dominate every discussion. He simply exists with internal certainty, and that certainty is incredibly magnetic. Think about how this is displayed in those crucial first 3 seconds. You approach a group or step into a room. If your energy is apologetic, seeking permission to merely exist, women feel this immediately and instinctively categorize you as low value. If your energy is self-assured, grounded, and calm, they feel that, too, and instantly register you as someone deserving of attention. Your body language. The silent story: confidence manifests in your body language. Let's get specific about how energy is expressed. It all boils down to your body language, which women are interpreting the instant they see you, extracting a massive amount of information before you articulate a single word. Your physical self is constantly communicating. The core question is, what message is it relaying about you? Confident body language has unmistakable indicators. You maintain a tall posture with relaxed shoulders, not forced, but because you are at ease. You occupy space naturally instead of physically contracting yourself. Your movements are calm and purposeful, not nervous or jerky. You establish and maintain natural eye contact easily. Your facial expression is relaxed, perhaps slightly amused, rather than strained or overtly try hard. Now compare this to anxious body language: fidgeting hands, hunched shoulders, darting eyes unable to sustain contact, nervous movements, forced smiles, constantly fiddling with hair or clothes, or shifting weight uncomfortably or standing rigidly. Each of these signals broadcasts insecurity. Women notice this instantly because body language serves as a direct window into your true internal state. You can deceive with words, but your body cannot convincingly lie. Your physical form reveals your genuine feelings, and women are exceptionally adept at deciphering these signals. The 3-second subconscious assessment here is what occurs in those initial 3 seconds. She quickly glances at you, and her mind instantly processes your posture, your presence, your facial expression, and your energy. Is he secure? Is he comfortable? Is he confident? Or is he uncomfortable in his own skin, anxious, and seeking approval? This evaluation bypasses conscious thought, processed in the amygdala and other primitive brain regions that evolved to rapidly assess opportunity and threat. By the time her conscious awareness registers your presence, her subconscious has already rendered a verdict. Consider what various body language cues communicate. Rigid posture suggests trying too hard and tension. Slouched posture indicates defeat and low status. Upright, relaxed posture suggests comfort and confidence. Stillness indicates calm. Fidgeting indicates anxiety. Avoiding eye contact suggests fear or shame. Natural eye contact suggests interest and confidence. The man who truly understands this doesn't focus on each component individually. He has completed the internal work to genuinely feel confident, and his body naturally mirrors that internal state. He is not performing confidence, he is confident, and it shows. There is a critical difference here. Confident body language is not about trying to assert yourself or dominance displays by taking up excessive space. That is insecure behavior masked as confidence. Genuine confident body language is relaxed and natural. You are not attempting to prove anything. You are simply comfortable being yourself within that space. Women can distinguish the difference immediately. They see right through the guy puffing his chest and spreading his legs wide to project an alpha image. That's compensation for insecurity. The guy who is merely comfortable, occupying reasonable space without apology or aggression. That is authentic confidence. In those first 3 seconds, your body is narrating a story. Is it the story of a man at ease with himself, or the story of a man who is nervous about how he is being judged? The latter repels, the former attracts. The practical steps, the internal work. You cannot rectify poor body language solely through mechanical techniques. Practicing standing straighter or making eye contact can help, but if you remain internally anxious and approval-seeking, countless unmanaged micro-signals will betray you. The true work is internal. Cultivate genuine confidence through self-acceptance and competence. Stop caring so much about the opinions of others. Build a life that genuinely excites you. When this inner work is done, confident body language emerges naturally because you are actually confident, not just acting like it. In your next social setting, observe your body language. Are you avoiding eye contact, fidgeting, or making yourself physically smaller? These are signals you are transmitting constantly. Now, observe someone who appears naturally confident. Their body is relaxed. Their movements are calm. They maintain eye contact effortlessly. This is the goal, but it must be rooted in authentic internal security. Your entrance, setting the frame, the way you enter a space is vital. Here is a specific element evaluated in those first 3 seconds. The way you show up, approach a group, or enter a room tells women everything they need to know about your confidence and status. Consider it: you enter a social gathering, a bar, or a party. What is the energy of your entry? Are you hesitating at the door, looking down at your phone, or anxiously searching for familiar faces? Or are you walking in calmly, moving with intention, and taking in the surroundings? Women register how you enter before they fully register that you have entered. The energy of your arrival broadcasts your self-assurance and social confidence. The man who enters a space with confidence does a few things instinctively. He pauses briefly to survey the room, rather than rushing in anxiously. He makes eye contact with others. He passes rather than avoiding all contact. He moves deliberately towards his intended destination, instead of wandering aimlessly. He might calmly acknowledge a friend or the host, rather than desperately seeking their approval. Contrast this with the anxious entrance, entering quickly with head down, immediately using a phone as a security shield, awkwardly hovering at the edges, searching for familiar people with desperate energy, or nervously glancing around to see who is watching. Every piece of this communicates low status and discomfort. Here is what women are interpreting in that moment of entry. Does this man belong here? Does he possess social value? Is he comfortable in social settings? Is he someone people are glad to see, or someone apologizing for their presence? The confident entrance favorably answers these questions before you've spoken a word. The anxious entrance instantly marks you as socially uncomfortable, and women will subconsciously file you under not interesting before you have the chance to do anything else. This applies to every entrance, not just large events. Approaching a group at a bar, walking into a coffee shop, or moving towards someone you wish to speak to. Your energy during that entrance or approach is constantly broadcasting information. The key is to be fully present, not lost in your own thoughts. When you enter a space preoccupied with how you are being perceived, you generate anxious energy. When you enter a space genuinely engaged with and present in your environment, you create confident energy. Think of someone you know with great social presence. Observe how they enter rooms. They are not hiding or rushing. They are present, calm, sometimes even slightly amused by the setting. They belong there because they have decided they belong there. That internal certainty is evident in every movement. This is not about being arrogant or making a scene. It is about being comfortable. The comfortable man walks in as if he is expected. The uncomfortable man walks in as if apologizing for his existence. Women grasp this difference instantly. Here is the practical reality. Your entrance establishes the initial framework for every interaction that follows. Enter with anxious energy, and you're fighting an uphill battle to be viewed as attractive. Enter with calm confidence, and you have already passed the first critical test. The way to improve this is not by consciously rehearsing entrances or overthinking it in the moment. That only heightens anxiety. The way to improve is by becoming genuinely comfortable in social situations through inner work and exposure. When you are truly comfortable, your entrances will naturally convey that. Pay attention to your next few social entrances. What is your energy level? Are you trying to sneak in unnoticed, or are you calmly present, purposefully moving through and acknowledging the space? Your entrance is being evaluated in those initial 3 seconds, and it is setting the stage for everything that follows. Your eyes. The window to confidence. Let's discuss one specific element women notice right away: your eyes. Not their color or shape, but what you do with them. Your eye contact habits reveal more about your character and confidence than almost any other signal. In those first 3 seconds, your ability to hold natural eye contact communicates whether you are interested or intimidated, genuine or fake, confident or insecure. Confident eye contact possesses a specific quality. It is steady, yet not aggressive, natural, yet not forced. You look at people when they are talking and maintain contact when you are speaking. You are not staring aggressively, nor are your eyes darting away nervously. You are simply comfortable with the contact because you are comfortable with yourself. Contrast this with insecure eye contact patterns. Immediately looking away when someone meets your gaze, constantly glancing around the room, instead of focusing on the person in front of you, staring too intensely in an attempt to project confidence, which often seems aggressive or odd, or frequently looking down, which signals shame or submission. Women interpret your eye contact in those initial moments, making instant judgments. Is he focused and present, or anxious and distracted? Can he hold my gaze? Does he nervously look away? Is he searching for someone better? Eye contact is so vital because the eyes truly are the window to the soul, instantly revealing one's emotional state. Confident people can easily maintain eye contact because they are not threatened by the act of being seen. Insecure people struggle with it because being truly seen feels vulnerable and exposed. When you fail to hold eye contact, you communicate several things. You are anxious about being judged. You are uncomfortable being seen. You may be hiding something or feeling shame. You are not fully present. None of these are appealing qualities. When you can naturally hold eye contact, you communicate you are comfortable with who you are. You are present and engaged. You are not afraid of being seen. You have nothing to hide. All of these are deeply attractive. Consider the practical application. You make eye contact with an attractive woman. Do you immediately look away? Do you stare aggressively, trying to show dominance? Or do you hold it briefly with a slight smile? Each reaction transmits a distinct message about you. The confident man acknowledges her by holding eye contact naturally, perhaps offering a slight smile, and then returns to his previous activity. He showed he is not intimidated but is also not desperately seeking a response. The insecure man either looks away immediately out of intimidation or stares too hard, overcompensating. The anxious man avoids eye contact entirely as self-protection. Women instantly pick up on these patterns because eye contact triggers deep evolutionary reactions. Prey avoids eye contact. Predators stare intensely. Confident humans engage in comfortable, natural eye contact that signals neither submission nor threat. Here's the interesting part. You cannot fake confident eye contact using only technique. If you are anxious internally and force yourself to hold contact, it often comes across as weird and intense, not confident. Genuine confident eye contact is a natural outflow of authentic inner security. The core work is internal. When you are truly comfortable with yourself, when you aren't terrified of rejection or desperate for approval, maintaining eye contact becomes simple. You don't avoid being seen because you are fine with being seen. You don't force intense contact because you have nothing to prove. Observe your own eye contact habits. When you interact with someone attractive, what happens? Do your eyes dart away? Do you struggle to maintain contact? Do you overcompensate with an intense stare? Or do you naturally engage with comfortable eye contact? In those first 3 seconds, your eyes communicate to women whether you are present enough to truly see them, confident enough to be seen, and comfortable enough with yourself to engage authentically. That is powerful information they are gathering before any words are exchanged. Your facial expression. The final signal, the final element of what women notice in those first 3 seconds, is your facial expression. Not whether your face is classically handsome, but what your face is conveying. What emotion are you broadcasting before you speak? facial expressions are processed with incredible speed by the human brain. Within milliseconds, people read emotions from faces and make judgments about threat level, friendliness, approachability, and attractiveness. The optimal facial expression for making a powerful first impression is what is often termed amused mastery or relaxed confidence. It is not a rigid seriousness. It is not a forced, wide smile. It is a relaxed, comfortable, slightly amused expression that indicates you are at ease and enjoying the moment. Consider what different facial expressions convey. A blank look suggests aloofness or being disconnected. A tense, serious face suggests discomfort or stress. A scowl suggests contempt or anger. A forced smile suggests you are trying too hard to be liked. A nervous expression suggests insecurity and anxiety. But a relaxed face, perhaps with a subtle hint of a smile, suggests you are confident, comfortable, and at ease with your surroundings and yourself. You are content but not closed off, approachable but not desperate. This is the expression that encourages women to engage, rather than avoid. Women scan faces in those initial seconds to gauge approachability and emotional state. Is this person interesting, friendly, confident, and safe? Or are they anxious, desperate, threatening, or unstable? Your face is answering these questions before you utter anything. Here is the common mistake men make. They either default to a serious, tense look, believing it appears masculine, or they try too hard with large, forced smiles. Neither is effective. The forced smile seems desperate for approval. The serious face appears angry or unapproachable. The ideal is natural and relaxed, with a touch of positive emotion. You are not performing happiness, you are genuinely comfortable, and that comfort is reflected on your face. Perhaps your mouth has a slight upward turn, hinting at a good mood. Perhaps your eyes convey a hint of warmth, suggesting you are approachable. But it is all natural, not manufactured. Think of people you know who seem naturally attractive despite unremarkable features. They often possess this quality of a warm, relaxed facial expression. They look like they are enjoying life, comfortable with themselves, and like approaching them would be pleasant, not awkward. That facial expression does a tremendous amount of work in making them appealing. Contrast this with someone who is better looking but has an anxious, tense, or serious facial expression. They instantly seem less confident, less approachable, and less attractive, because internal state is communicated by the face, and internal state is more important than mere features. Here is the truth about facial expressions. They are difficult to control consciously, because they are linked to genuine emotion. If you are internally anxious, your face will reveal it, no matter how hard you try to hide it. If you are truly comfortable and in a good mood, your face will naturally reflect that. Therefore, the work is not about practicing expressions in a mirror. It is about genuinely feeling confident, positive, and comfortable so your face naturally expresses it. When you are internally at ease, your face will naturally look approachable and attractive. When you are internally stressed but trying to smile, it appears fake. In those first 3 seconds, women are reading your facial expression for emotional data. Are you in a good headspace? Are you confident and comfortable? Are you someone they would want to speak to? Or are you closed off, anxious, or trying too hard? Your face is continuously answering these questions, transmitting your internal state to everyone around you. In those critical first moments before anything else occurs, your facial expression determines whether the impression you make is positive or negative. Conclusion: the power of presence. So there you have it. The singular thing women notice in the first 3 seconds: your energy and your presence. This is the combined sum of your eye contact, your facial expression, your body language, and your entrance, all broadcasting deep information about who you are at your core. It is not your muscles, your height, your haircut, or your clothes. These might become relevant later, but in the crucial first 3 seconds, none of them register as powerfully as the energy you are emitting. This is fundamentally good news. You cannot alter your height or your face, but you can change your energy. You can cultivate genuine confidence. You can become comfortable in your own skin. You can build inner security that naturally radiates outward. But there's a vital caveat: you cannot fake this. You cannot perform confident energy while secretly feeling insecure and desperate. The resulting incongruence will be sensed. Women's nervous systems are constantly scanning for authenticity, and they can detect a performance versus genuine presence. The true work is internal. Cultivate competence and skills. Build a life you are truly proud of. Do the inner work required to genuinely like who you are. Stop caring so much about the opinions of others. When you do this, confident energy will emerge naturally, not because you are trying to appear confident, but because you actually are confident. Everything we have discussed, relaxed facial expressions, powerful presence, natural eye contact, strong entrances, confident body language, all of it flows effortlessly from authentic inner security. You must build the foundation first. You cannot just layer these things onto insecurity and expect them to work. Start observing the signals you are transmitting in those first 3 seconds. What is your energy when you walk into a room? What is your body language communicating about you? How is your eye contact? What message is your face sending? If you are broadcasting uncomfortable, approval-seeking, or anxious signals, That is what women will instantly pick up on. And the best looks in the world cannot overcome weak energy. But if you put in the effort to become genuinely confident, if you build authentic inner security, and if you become comfortable with who you are, then your energy in those first 3 seconds will be magnetic. You will naturally command attention, not through trying, but through simply being. That is what women notice first. That is what determines if you are invisible or interesting. It is your presence, not your physical features. Now, go cultivate the kind of presence that makes those first 3 seconds count.